Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, depending on when you are watching. I am live from New Jersey once again. I'm at my parents' house for the holidays. And today we're going to be doing a little get ready with me. I thought I would take advantage of this beautiful sunny day that we're having, and I'm going to be doing a little holiday glam, and you guys are going to help me pick out some of the products. I have a bunch of products around me right now, pretty much most of them from my best makeup of 2024 video, if you caught that yesterday. And yeah, we're just gonna chill and have some fun today. But first, I wanna hear where you guys are watching from. And I want to hear what you are up to today. Happy holidays if you're celebrating anything this week. Where are you watching from? And what are you up to? Are you baking cookies? Are you doing holiday things? Are you traveling today? Are you working today? Is this your lunch break? What are you up to? And let me know. I forgot that this little headband, it does have a lot of jingle bells on it. If they get annoying, just let me know. All right, let's see who is here. Hello, Butterlight 100. Welcome back. We have Carrie. Good morning. We have Caitlin. Welcome, guys. Yi Zhuang. Welcome. No, you are not too early. I did start like 30 seconds late. Hello, Michelle from Melbourne. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. It's probably nice and warm and summery where you are. Hello, Fezzi. Hello, Quincy. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Nicole. Hi, Heather. Oh, thank you. I have my I'll give you guys a little peek. This is my favorite Christmas sweater. I have a couple and they all have cats on them. It's like a vintage sweater. Hello, Petra from Switzerland. Oh my goodness. Hello, Lauren from Pennsylvania. We have Vancouver in the house. Nicole from Chicago. Mose from Denmark. Oh my gosh. Quincy is currently in Greece for vacay. Oh my gosh, way to make me jealous. Daria from Germany. We have Hillary from New Zealand. I feel like we have a lot more of an international crowd today, which is good. I'm trying to mix up the lives I do in the day versus the ones in the evening so you all have an opportunity to come. We have Hillary from New Zealand, Elida from Slovenia. Hopefully I pronounced that okay. We have Martha from Texas. Amazing. Karen is in Florida today. Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. Quincy is saying, I love your mama's new puppy. Oh my God, he's so cute. I wanted to bring him on the live, but we're trying to get him to nap right now. He's very overstimulated and like my cats are interested in him. So maybe if he wakes up from his nap during this live, we can bring him in. Otherwise, follow me on Instagram because I'm posting a lot of really cute puppy videos to my Instagram stories. So hello. Hi, CL Loves Purple from right outside San Antonio, Texas. Yay, we got a lot of Texas people in the house. Yay. Welcome, everybody. Okay, let me take a sip of my coffee. Do you guys like this cute little I think this is supposed to be kind of like a holiday mug. It came in a holiday gift basket. I have the same one at home. All right. I don't do a lot of get ready with me's on my lives because it's usually too like dark and late in the day, but I'm excited for this one. I do want to hear your guys' feedback on some of the makeup that I'm going to use. Um, let's start off with foundation. I think I'm going to do foundation. Then I'm going to take a break from the complexion and do eyes. So I can do maybe something a little bit more dramatic than what I've done in the past, more of like a holiday glam. And when we get to that, I'm going to ask you guys which eyeshadow palette you think we should do. Hi, Jen. Hello. Good morning. All right. Awesome. So, I tried to bring some things, I couldn't pack everything because I'm traveling, but I did bring some of my best of 2024 makeup. So these are the two travel-friendly foundations that I brought. I have the Swede, which I love. This is in very, nice lightweight plastic packaging. And then I also brought the Dior foundation stick. So which one do you guys want me to use? Which one should I use today? Hi, Padma. Oh gosh, we have so many people here. Tyga says Dior. What do you guys think? Sweet or Dior? Put it in the chat. Jen says, I can't wait to try Sweet. Karen says Dior. Fezzi says Dior. All right. I don't know. Oh gosh, we're getting a lot of different requests here. Which one, guys? This one's a little bit glowier. This one's a little bit dewier. Jen says half and half. I think let's go with the Dior because, I actually used this on Saturday night for a big birthday slash holiday party in New York, and I really liked the way that it looked. So I'm going to use this. It's also a little bit easier for me to use, a little less messy than the Swede. So we're going to go in with this. This is the shade 1N. And if you're watching this on the replay, I will link all the products in the description box so that you can access them. But right now, I'm going to let you guys sort of choose this, as we go. Stephanie goes, dang, we lost, lol. That's okay. I'll do another one with the Swede. I think I used the Swede foundation in the last Get Ready With Me that I did live. So we need to even it out. Okay. So yeah, this is the shade 1N. And I prepped my skin, I'll just let you know, with this Kosas Dream Beam, what is this called? Comfy Smooth Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 40. This was gifted to me a little bit earlier in the season, and it's really nice. So that's where I get this little bit of glow that I already have. So I put that as my sunscreen base, and I actually really like that product. It's very hyped up on social media, but I think it's worth the hype. It's very good. So I usually just draw this on like this all over the face. I'm looking in the camera when I should be looking in the mirror. And I look a little bit ridiculous for a second. And then I have all my little travel face brushes in this BK Beauty holder. And I can kind of see all of them here on the top. It's mostly a mixture of like Sonia G, BK Beauty, Refer, and Esum throughout my two little brush holders. And I kind of just, grab whatever works. So right now I have the BK Beauty 101. And I'm just going to buff this in. This is a pretty good color for me. Like it matches my neck quite well. And this will be very hydrating as well. It is so cold. It's so cold outside. Yesterday we were coming back from New York and we had just like a quick, maybe at most 15-minute walk from our hotel to the parking garage where we had parked the car we were taking. And by the time I got to that parking garage, I could not feel my fingers. Like they were shriveled. All the blood was gone from my fingers. I was wheeling my little carry-on suitcase and I had like a little, Secret Santa gift in my hand. And it was just like, oh my goodness. And of course, I didn't pack any gloves because I hate gloves. I just like my hands to be free. So I will go as long as I possibly can before I have to put on gloves. Earmuffs are fine. Scarf, that's a necessity. But gloves, that is kind of like the last thing that I want to put on. Stephanie says it's crazy cold. Heather says it's freezing here in New Hampshire too. It was -2 out yesterday. Okay, that's even colder than it was in New York because I think it was like maybe 20 degrees. And then here it got down to 13 last night. Oh, thank you, Karen. She says, remember to hit the thumbs up. So yes, remember to hit the thumbs up, guys. Thank you all for joining today on a Monday during the day. In the last live, it seemed like people said this day would work the best for them because I think a lot of folks are traveling tomorrow, maybe going somewhere for Christmas, or maybe you might be a little bit too busy, getting ready to like host someone or like, cooking something that you're going to bring over for the holidays if you celebrate Christmas. Or maybe you just have a day off and you just want to do something different with your day off. Comment in the comment section or in the chat. Do you have today off? Are you working from home? Or is this kind of like a break for you? Hello from France. Welcome. Welcome to the live. Lauren says it's freezing in Pennsylvania. I got mittens with flip down flaps to solve my glove dilemma. That's what I need, Lauren. That's what I need. Sheila says she has the day off. Michelle is working from home. Fezzi's working from home. Yeah. My boyfriend's in the other room working from home as well, but it's one of those things where it's like people show up for the meetings, but then half the team isn't there and it's like, okay, really quick meeting. And I I had like a full night's sleep last night for the first time in a really long time. So I am feeling so good today. Okay, it seems like a lot of you are working from home today. Well, that's what today is for, right? And then maybe you have tomorrow off or you might have Christmas off, hopefully. Okay, let's get ready to vote on which eyeshadow palette I'm going to use. So here are the options. The first one is the one that I actually used for my look this weekend. And this is take the little things out. This is Over Noir from YSL. This is one of the mini couture clutch palettes. It is a very, very beautiful palette. And this is, obviously for a bit more of like a smoky look, but I thought we could do something maybe a little bit more cool tone today. So this is one of the options. So let me put that aside. So keep that in your head, okay? And then Stephanie says, Sarah, you need that headband. I got it at CVS. Needless to say, it was an impulse buy. I went in looking for like gift bags just to, wrap some gifts. And I did get the gift bags, but I also got this. I was like, ooh, I can wear that for Christmas and on my lives and some, short form content. Okay, so the second one is the Viseart Cyrenus palette. Is the lighting okay in here, by the way? I'm just using natural light at the moment. Let me see if I can turn this little... I turned my mirror on, but it didn't really do much. So here's the Cyrenus palette. So we have that. Those are the two main ones, but I also have this one, but it's not really cool toned. This is the Praline Chocolat Etendu. This was like a limited edition thing though. So I'm kind of hoping that you guys want either the YSL or the Viseart. So type in the chat, Viseart or YSL. Or both, or both. What else did I bring? I also brought my little Victoria Beckham one. This one is so cute for like a, very light look, but I think I did go into like some of these lighter colors when I was doing my look. Oh my gosh, it is a mix. It's a mix. Oh no, which one, guys? Both. Karen says both works too. Mary says go crazy, use both. Cynthia says YSL. YSL Viseart, new Viseart. Oh my gosh. What kind of look do we want? I was going to do a little bit more glam. Maybe we can use both because I really I do want to use that shimmery shade right here in the YSL. I kind of want that. Quincy says, I'm wearing it now. Mary says, glam, yes. Sarah says, full beat glam. Okay. Smoky, sparkly YSL. Well, maybe I can use a little bit of both. Cool glam. Yes, I want it to be cool tone because I want to do something a little bit different. I want to see if I can just brighten up my camera a little bit. Give me a sec. I feel like that looks better. Okay. All right. So let me open these up real quick. Wearable everyday glam. Okay. Marilena says, I'm in northern Italy in the Alps and it's snowing right now. That sounds so dreamy. YSL is my favorite. Heather says, selfishly because I own the Viseart and I want to see what you do wearing it now. You know what I'll do is I'll do like the base with the Viseart and then I'll go in with the topper and maybe like the black shade from the YSL because I'm sure you have those colors like maybe in like another palette. So here's all my eye brushes. I'm just showing you in case you care, you want to see what I bring. It's just like a little mixture here. And I'm at the point where I don't even pack and unpack these. I just leave them in here and then wash them after, a trip or so because I just have so many brushes now and I can't be bothered to like unpack and repack all of my brushes. I'm just trying to get him to stand up there. Okay. All right. So I'm thinking, let me see here. So here is the palette. I think I'm just going to go in lightly first with a base just to kind of smooth out my eyeshadow. So I'm going to go into that shade. And we will go back to concealer and everything. But I think with these palettes, or for this type of look rather, it's good to just like do the eyes first and then use the concealer to clean it up a little bit. So I'm just going to set down a little bit of a base. I did blend my Dior foundation stick over my eyes, so I don't really use a primer for this at all. I really just normally use concealer or a little bit of my foundation, and then I'll kind of start off with like a little bit of a base right here. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do the same on the lower lash line. I'm just mixing these two very light colors and just putting that down as a base. Yes. Sarah says, before my no buy kicks in for 2025, what do I need to buy? I'm heading to Nordstrom and Sephora at the mall today. Check out the video I posted yesterday where I talk about the best of 2025, or at least what I liked, There was a lot of good makeup that was launched this year. It was kind of hard to narrow it down, I must say. But I would say check out that video. I actually made a whole playlist with all the like reviews for the makeup that was in there. Okay, what do I want next? What should I do next? Hold on. Maybe this shade. I'm trying to go cool tone because some of these shades here are more warm. I think I'm going to go in with this one as a shimmer. And I'm going to apply that with just like a shader brush. This is the Sonia G Soft Shader, one of my favorites. And this is I would call it like a medium tone gray taupe. And I'm going to just put that all over the lid. That's pretty. I've been using this palette a ton. It's really pretty. I don't want to put too much over here. I think I'm going to put like a more nude shade there so we can keep more of the depth out on that side of the eye on the outer half. Very pretty shade. And then I'll just go back in with my crease brush and I like to kind of blend out the edges there. And it's always good to tap off your brush as you go. It's probably going to look a little bit ugly before it looks good because I don't have any other makeup on my face right now. I'm also going to go in, I think I'm going to use the lighter shade that's in the YSL palette right there because it's a little bit creamier. It's almost the same shade as the Viseart ones, but there's something about this formula. I think this one works really well just here kind of in the inner corner. Like it stands out on my skin tone a little bit more. So I'm going to just sort of take down the shine there on the inner half with this shade. And take that down to the lower lash line a bit. Yeah, that's good. I'm getting makeup all over my computer. Stephanie says there were some very good makeup released this year. Sonia G, crease brushes are my favorite. Sarah B says, I just watched it. I'm going to pick up the Chanel cream to powder. Ooh, I have one of those today for us to use. Yes. Michelle is asking, how does the Fenty foundation compare to the House Labs? Oh, you know what? I think the Fenty foundation, it's a little bit, um, it looks a little bit shinier on it's a more liquidy formula. So when it goes on the skin, I think it gives a little bit more luminosity and a little bit more like dewiness to the skin. The House Labs isn't too far off in terms of like how moisturizing it is. I just think it sets down more. They're both really good. I think I might have put the House Labs in my best makeup of the previous year. I'm trying to remember when that one came out. But yeah, that one is also really, really good. What are some of your favorite makeup products from this year? Do you guys have any favorites? Share them down below in the chat. Wait, what? Sarah B says, did you see Wayne Goss featured you in his new video? I did not. Wait, which one? Was it in a good way? I love Wayne Goss. I don't watch every single video he puts out, but like I try and catch up on his stuff. And obviously I love his brushes and his makeup. I want him to bring the makeup back because it's so good. Okay, thank you, Sarah. I'm gonna have to check that out. Carry On says the House Lab Foundation is my current fave. My two daughters say the same. It's very good. Also, welcome to anybody that joined a little bit late. Welcome and happy holidays. I hope you're having a great day so far. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay. What direction do I want to take this in? What direction do I want? Do you guys want me to use more of the like blue from the Viseart or more of the black from the YSL? Like which direction should I go in? Cuz that's going to sort of dictate like where I go from here cuz we could do like this with this or we could do more so, sorry, my camera's like trying to adjust to the light. This with this. Which one would you prefer? Blue from Viseart. I'm seeing blue. It's a mixture. The blues from Viseart. The blue. Okay, let's do that. Let's go in that direction and then we'll see where we end up. We'll see where we end up. Okay, so I'm going to go into next this matte right here because I want to start building up this kind of gray tone and I'm going to use, again, I've got my travel brushes here, so it's not as many. I'm going to use the Nikki LaRose, BK Beauty Nikki LaRose N13. This is like a smaller crease brush for my size eye. And I'm going to start building this up right here in the outer corner. This is such a nice brush for a little bit more precision. I've really been using her collab a lot. Like the more I've had it, the more I love it. Not that I didn't like it at first, but you know, when you first get like a brush set, you gravitate towards certain brushes. And then sometimes, you know, maybe you do like one look and you're like, oh yeah, let me use this brush. And then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot how good this was. So I'm just using this to build up some depth. I'm going to clean up around here, by the way, at the end. That's why I'm not doing my concealer right this second. So I'm just trying to get like a really good blend around the outside. And normally this would take me like 10 minutes to do. Not the whole look, but like the whole look would probably take me about 20 minutes to do. But obviously we're like chatting today. Caitlin says, I love her brushes. Sarah says, I love the Nikki brushes. The Nikki brushes are great. I think I have I think I have like doubles and triples of a lot of the brushes. Carry On says, I'm on the fence with the new Viseart palette because it seems like half the shadows are warm. I wouldn't say half of them are warm. It's basically like these two shades are warm. Like maybe these three, but they're not that warm. So it depends. Like if you have other Viseart palettes, if you just swapped out that shade, You could make it a cool tone palette, trust me. Like, if you had, like, a cool tone brown, you could swap that one color, but I actually really like these colors, and I like to mix them with the others, but there are a couple of shades, those ones that I pointed out, and those happen to be the lighter ones. So that's the thing, like, do you think that you would use this like, these medium tone ones over here? That's how I would think about it. Not everybody I know wants to, like, swap out the shades and stuff. Sarah says, "I wish the Refer were tapered like the Nikki brush handles." So they used to have that. It used to be called the Pro handle. I might even have some in here. I might have taken it out to clean it. But I have a couple of those. I'll have to mention that to the Refer team because you used to at some one point, ooh, excuse me, used to be able to choose your handle type. And you could do the matte black or you could do like a shiny tapered. And I believe that was called like the Pro handle. And I quite liked those. Okay. Carry On says, I have 43 Viseart palettes, so I'm a makeup piggy. Nice. Hello, Catherine from Calgary. You are driving up to Edmonton soon, so I'll listen to you while I pack. Oh, wonderful. Hopefully, it'll be relaxing for you. Yes. I think a lot of you are saying you would love the Refer tapered handles. Yeah, I like the tapered ones because they fit a little bit better in like my brush holders. How about you all? What do you prefer? I would love to know. Let's see, what brush do I want to use for the blue? Because that's what I'm going to go into next. I have here the Sonia G Mini Booster. Maybe I will do that because every time I go in with the blue shade, I put too much because it's so pigmented. So this time I'm going to try and really like not be dumb about it. This mini booster, it's basically like the teeniest little crease brush you ever did see. And the mini booster is the perfect name for this. I love the name because it's just like, oh, I want to boost up the look or the smoke, but it's mini, so you can be very precise with it. So I'm just building this up and blending it into all of the grays that I just had there. The blue just it's so pigmented and it blends out really nicely though. So there we go. And then I can take a cleaner brush and I can blend this together a little bit. I could even go back in here, maybe take a little bit of like the gray mixed with the lighter color, and then I just melt that together. Let me know if any of this is helpful. Do you struggle with the more glam looks? Like, what part of glam looks do you struggle with the most? Is it eyes? Is it complexion? Is it like smoky looks? Like, what do you think? Why do you not wear glam looks maybe as much, or what part do you struggle with? I would love to know. We got a good crew on here today during the day. Karen says, I need that mini booster. Michelle says, I love the mini booster. Karen says, I like the tapered brush handles. They fit in my hand better. Yes, everyone says that they fit in your hand a little bit better. Jen says, I'm excited about the Sonia G Kayaki Sheer Buffer and Volume 1 Kayaki. Love those brushes. I like the sheer buffer so much. Um, Hi, Elena. You're babysitting your first grandchild. My granddaughter named Sophia. Oh, that's so sweet. That's a very popular name nowadays. When I was growing up, I was the only girl in my entire like high school named Sophia. Um, yes, so good. Mauves. I bought the Japanese garden set, perfect brush size for my mature eyes. Oh, was that the latest? like decorative one that she did. So beautiful. I have the koi set and I keep it on my like everyday makeup jar. And I love that set. It's so cute. I'm glad I got it. I'm not gonna buy like every single one she comes out with, but that one really spoke to me. I love the little koi fish. It just brings such a little joy to my day as I use it. And I basically have a jar on I have so many brushes, guys. I have like a cart that I wheel around my room that has a lot of makeup that I need for my demos and also has like a huge brush holder. And so I usually kind of cycle brushes in and out of that. And then I've got a whole on my vanity, I have like all of my Esom brushes. I have a bunch of like Sonia G and Repper face brushes. And then I have a little cup with the Sonia G fundamentals. Yeah, fundamentals, traditions, and then the koi ones. And they're all eye brushes. And I had that little cup there. And I like to use those a lot when I'm like not filming and I'm just doing my makeup for myself. And it honestly just helps me not lose track of them because sometimes they'll just get lost in the rest of my brush holders. So they're a little bit more expensive. So I try and, take good care of them by keeping them in a separate holder. Wow, I use the tiniest little bit of that blue. I like that this blue, like, it's almost black, but it's not. It's a more interesting way to do it. So I really just base off my eye shape. I really try and just focus a lot of the depth up here. And then when I clean it up, I'm going to remove a lot of what's here so that it doesn't sort of drag my eyes down. There's going to be a lot of blending in the making of this look. Um, Jessica says RMS products are the easiest way to get a glam look without looking overdone and still natural. I think that yeah, they do a good job of making their products very easy to use, and you can add a little touch of glam. Oh wait, hold on. What are you guys saying here about beauty room tour? May says, Sophia, you are top tier. Oh, why? Thank you, May. Okay, so Jessica says eyes are that's what you need help with for a glam look, not making it seem like looking like a clown. Okay, I totally relate to that. Totally relate. Elena says, everybody hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Uh, yes, hit the like. Jen says, I struggle with time management. I usually have 5 to 10 minutes tops to get ready. Yeah, I know that honestly, yeah, same. I'm always in a rush. Yes, time management is so tough. I'm such a perfectionist and I can easily spend 20 minutes on just foundation and concealer. Anytime I'm getting ready for a party, like I have to have at least 2 hours. Because I don't like to rush. I like to take my time. If I'm doing both makeup and hair, then I have to get dressed. I have to pack my purse. I have to put my heels on. I have to put my coat on. All those things really add up. Sarah says, I would love a beauty room tour. Show us all your makeup and brushes and storage. I will have to try and do that. I really wanted to do that when I first moved, but honestly, I was just so busy. And then I wasn't sure if we were going to stay in the same apartment this year because we were thinking like maybe we'll move to like a bigger place or something, but I think we're just going to stay put. So maybe that's something that I can do in the new year. I definitely want to film some declutters. So I need to figure out how to film those. Um, oh, Cheryl says, hi, Sophia and everybody. Yesterday on Martina Lily's Get Ready With Me, she said your contour brush, I'm assuming you mean the Esum, probably the 47, is T47, is the best contour brush she has ever used. She plans to do a video with your brushes. Oh, that's so nice. I got to watch her video. I've been traveling all weekend. I love her videos. Guys, go check out Martina Lily. She does a lot of really wonderful beauty videos. Uh, okay. Karen says, I've struggled with eyes before because of my hooded eyes. I recently had the blepharoplasty. Oh, nice. Now I'm having to learn how to do that now that you have eyelids. Oh, how do you like your results? That's awesome. I know some people who have had that done as well, and they had good results. Um, Elizabeth says, cute bow. Where did you get it? I need those for work. This I got from CVS. Good old CVS in Dallas, but they probably have it at other CVS's too. Monica says, I intended to use Dior's Night Walk for New York, so I'm looking for you to inspire me. Oh, you can definitely use that for a similar look. It sounds like a lot of you guys are saying eyes is kind of where you struggle and that you have hooded eyes. I definitely think a brush like this mini booster. See how I went all the way up here? I have a lot of lid space and like I even have all of this right here, like above the brow, because I have higher eyebrows. But if you had more hooded eyes, you could definitely just concentrate this like right around here. You don't have to go all the way up here to because it might end up a little bit too heavy. So just keep it a little bit more here on the outside and here to the lash line. And then if you want to keep your eyes more open, really try and focus on keeping this part of the eye more bare. So, start off with with a base like we did today, one of these lighter shadows, and then everything else you go in with, try and use a more precise brush right there. The light is coming in, so I'm going to scooch over a little bit here. Apologies. I'm not in my normal space here, so we got to make it work. We got to make it work. Sounds like you guys love declutters. I need to declutter, especially my lip collection. Like every time I look in my drawer, I'm like, you're getting decluttered. I just have too many things. Okay, back to the eye look. Sorry. I'm trying to read and do makeup at the same time. So I feel like this is looking pretty good. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in with this shade, the cool duochrome shade. And for that, I'm going to use the Angie Hot and Flashy A505. This is a really pretty shade. Excuse my sniffling. It is so cold. I'm not sick though. Ooh, do we see that? Very nice. A little duochrome shift. So if you have a topper shade like this, wait until you get everything else on and then just kind of put this on at the end. Then you can go in with a liner afterwards along the lash line because you don't want to cover up your liner with this Stunna shade. So pretty, right? Think of this as, different colors that you would see in a palette, even if you don't have this palette. You have your lighter shades, you have your mid-tone shimmers, you have your darker mattes, you have your slightly sparkly topper shades. So you could totally follow these steps with any palette. And then I'm going to show you how I clean it up. Heather says, oh, that blue is so pretty. Love that duochrome. I used it quite a few looks and it's surprisingly wearable. Yeah, it's not super crazy shifty. It's just like a little bit, it makes the eyes look a lot rounder because we have the depth here and then the shimmer there. Stephanie is saying, I have mature hooded eyes and the TS3 and T3 give you the smoothest blends. Oh, wow. Is this from Sonia G? I missed that. Yeah. Okay, let's go in with concealer. And I'm just going to go in with like an Old Faithful here. I have the NARS Creamy Concealer, the mini one. And this is in the shade Madeline, which is 2.3 light. So just going to get a little bit right here. I like the Dior foundation in the beginning because it does kind of help me like see what the look will look like. And it covers a little bit of my dark circles. And so basically this is what I do, okay? I'm not a makeup artist, but I go in like this. And I just start to create the shape in the direction that I want it to go. See how I'm doing that there? I tend to go down here with my concealer because I have a lot of rosacea there, or that's where my rosacea is. So you don't have to go all the way down here, especially if you're concerned about maybe some fine lines there. You could just go here and you could just go here. But I'm just letting you know that's why I'm doing it this way. Like I know it looks very 2016, but that's just the shape of my face and whatnot and what I like to do. And I'm just going to put a little bit here. Mm, I feel like the Dior foundation did a good job of covering most of my redness on my forehead, which is good. It's very luminous. And then I'm going to use, let's see, I've got the Angie Hot and Flashy A506. I also have the BK Beauty 109. So I'm going to use the 109 to blend out this part. Let's see what you all are saying. Okay, yeah, looks like you guys were talking about the Sonia G. Sarah says, I just added Mini Booster to my Beautylish cart. It's a really good brush. The Sky Eye Set is a really good eye set. I'm trying to think. The Sky Eye Set and the Fundamentals one, I think those are my favorite Sonia G brushes or brush sets, excuse me. The Sky Eye Set just happens to have a lot of my favorite Sonia G brushes, and I don't have hooded eyes. That's supposed to be the set, like if you have hooded eyes or smaller eyes. I just like I just think that they're amazing brushes. Like I don't think you need to have hooded eyes. I think that we kind of come up with these um, things as like best practices because people have a hard time choosing brush sets. But I like the precision of the brushes in that set. You also get, do I have it here? Oh yeah, the Jumbo Blender. This is from that set. This is a really good one too. And the one that I used earlier, the Soft Shader, is also in that set, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I used the 109 for like doing most of it. And now I'm going to go in with the A506. And I'm just going to sort of like use this to get a little bit closer to the eye and like clean up. See how that's like a lot more lifted and snatched now? I think when it comes to these glam looks, you know, you're using darker colors, so then you do have to be a little bit more careful. Like if you're just using lighter colors, it's almost okay if you're not super precise. And I think the key here is just getting the shadow to go in the direction that you want it to. And a lot of times it just involves a tiny bit of cleanup. But the good thing here is that I already need to do my concealer, so it didn't really take me that much extra time to do that. There we go. Hopefully this camera is at like an okay angle for you all. Okay, so that's what I do. I'm just blending it up a little bit. I think it's starting to look pretty good. And then let's see here. I brought my Hourglass powder, my mini one, the dim light. And I have here the Nikki N14 brush. This is a really good one for setting the face. I'm not going to go all over with powder. It's just not what I do. But especially if it's a glam look, I will go in and do a little bit here and there. Especially if there's going to be photos. There's going to be photos. This one fits really nicely here underneath the eye. And then, yeah, I basically just powder what I just did, and that's going to really set it. And this is a pressed powder, so I'm only picking up a very little bit each time I go in with it. And don't worry, we're going to go in with bronzer and blush because I know I look so pale right now on camera. Beautiful. And then I also will take a fluffy brush of some sort. I have a lot of BK Beauty in this. Get ready with me. I have the A502, and I'm going to go around the look now and just soften that a little bit. A lot of you are talking about Beautylish. So Beautylish has a sale this weekend? Yes, it looks like there's a sale of some sort. Um, Lucky bags. Don't get the lucky bags, guys. You we A lot of us already have what's in the lucky bags. I feel like every time I see it more and more every year, it's like people are disappointed with the lucky bags. I know it's fun to open up like a gift like that, but I just don't be tempted by the lucky bags. That's my opinion. It's okay if you disagree. Nadine is asking, have you tried the Tom Ford liners? I have the same issues with my lips and I love the liners. Do you get Oh, Catherine says, I can still do anything with my eyes, but I have a hard time with a bold lip now. I have fought off lip dryness and texture all of my life. I have to use a liner to keep my lip colors in. I have very dry lips as well, so I can sympathize with that. I've done Accutane twice, and I had dry skin before, and I have even drier skin now, especially on my lips. I feel like, I mean, even right now, I apologize. My lips are like looking kind of not very moisturized. The Tom Ford liners, I just don't think that they're worth the money. I just can't pay $50 for a lip liner when the Esom ones work just as well. I'm like fine with my Charlotte Tilbury as well. I don't know. I just like can't spend that much money on a lip liner at that point. Same with the lipsticks. It's just a little bit too much for me. Okay. So, for my bronzer, let me see here what you guys are saying. Wow. Okay. Chris says the Tom Ford eyeliners are life. It's my favorite pencil. Oh, okay. Sheila says, I love the new Dior lip liners. Ew. Jen is saying, I highly recommend Farah Homidi's lip liner brush, the Ole Henriksen lip mask. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever tried that before. Oh, there's a Wayne Goss bag at Beautylish. Lauren says, I'm going to do the Wayne Goss bag because I only have a few things, and it says they include brushes. Is it with Wayne Goss makeup in it though? Like, are they getting rid of the rest of the Wayne Goss makeup? It is good makeup. I'm just curious. Are they trying to like get rid of that before he launches more stuff? I'm just curious. Let me know while I do my bronzer. So I just brought the RMS Beach Walk Betty. I I didn't want to bring too many bronzers because they really do take up a lot of space in my makeup bag. I brought a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I am using the little travel size version of the A507 from BK Beauty. I'm just gonna buff that in. Stephanie says, yes, makeup and brushes in the Wayne Goss bags. Nice. I wonder if it's going to be the like new synthetic brushes. Carry On says, I heard Wayne Goss say that he was working on launching again, but was having trouble with finding a buyer for the brand that could really ramp things up. I hope things work out for him. I really loved, I shouldn't say loved because I still have his stuff and there's a few lip products that I'm going to need to declutter because I think they're kind of like starting to go bad, but like the powder products, I love it. I hope he brings back the like bronzer in some capacity because both me and my mom like that bronzer. She actually like hit pan on it really hard and I was like, "Ooh, I can't repurchase this for you." And the eyeshadow formula is really nice. So I hope he's able to figure that out. I'm gonna have to check out that video because apparently I'm in that video. I wonder what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing in that video. Maybe putting on some of his makeup. Uh, um, The Dylan girl says, I got my Wayne Goss brushes on great sale at Beautylish when he switched the line. Oh, nice. Yes, the bronzer, blush, and highlight palettes are gorgeous. The orchid shade. Oh my gosh. I know. I was like shopping my stash the other day and I I have the blush and highlighters. They're so good. Those highlighters are so nice. I really wish they were still around. Like, I wish he would keep them around because the formula is to die for. Let me see. I saw a question here. Chris says, Sophia, what is your take on eye patches as part of makeup prep? I think it's fun. I mean, I think it's like I think for me, like my makeup looks best right after I do my skincare. Like right after I let it sink in for like a couple minutes. My makeup always looks best if I do it right after my skincare. So I think it makes sense that people might put on the eye patches and then right afterwards put on your makeup. But I don't think it's any different than using your skincare. Some people like to use them because it's like, oh, as you do your eyeshadow, if you have fallout, you just take the eye patch off and it's like, "Oh, voila." But, I don't do it just because it's like an extra step. I like to put on my eye patches when I'm just relaxing. I feel like when I'm doing my makeup, they just get in the way, but I think it's like a perfectly good idea, a perfectly fine idea. Heather is asking, "How do I prevent accumulations of little white lines on my lips when I use Chantecaille lip veil, Chanel Rouge Cocoa Flash, basically any lip product like that?" Little white lines. Is it like dead skin? Maybe it's a matter of using a little bit of like a lip mask or something beforehand. I know that is it Ole Henriksen? There's like this little product that I've used from them before, and it's a little mask scrub, but you just rub it on your lips and it scrubs your lips instead of having to like put your finger in and then like rub a mask all over your lips. That was a product that I used a lot, especially when I was doing the Accutane and like my lips were always super duper flaky and whatnot. So that's something to think about. Does anybody else have that issue? Let's help each other out in the chat. Okay, so we got the bronzer on. Dylan says the white ring of death. Some of you are saying use a little bit less product. Michelle says, I would love a good skincare video. I have very dry skin. I have a skincare video already, and I don't like a lot of those products really haven't changed. But like not a lot of people watched it, so I didn't make a new one. I also have like a dry skin winter favorites video from ages ago as well that has like a ton of skincare recommendations. But yeah, sadly, skincare, a lot of people don't watch skincare videos, which is why there's not that many out there from more like makeup influencers. I'm looking for my little Westman Atelier stick. Here it is. I didn't bring the Dior one because I already have this mini Westman one. So I was like, okay, I'll bring this. This one is a little bit lighter in color and it is a little bit of a softer look than the Dior, but I use both of them interchangeably. And actually, you can use this Angie Hot and Flashy brush for blending this out as well because it's just so creamy. See that? It's nice and soft. Tyga says, I really like the Rhode skincare for super dry skin. Oh, is it good? I haven't tried the skincare before. Sarah says, a lip scrub would probably help. I have a Dior scrub. I love it. I really like the little Dior lip sugar scrub. It's very light, however, but it's a great, I love that as a lip balm for every day. Yeah. Monica says, I feel like skincare and hair are very personal. Well, I mean, I think makeup is too, but I think one of the things is like if you let's say you watch me because I do more like everyday makeup or I talk about luxury makeup. Like it's easier for me. There's like more makeup we can do and talk about, but then I we also have to happen to have like the same skincare, you know what I mean? I think makeup is personal as well, but you kind of I think you kind of have to decide as a content creator, are you going to talk about skincare and then everybody who has dry skin or your skin type watches your stuff, or are you a dermatologist where you can like talk about all kinds of different things and ingredients, or are you going to talk about makeup? I think that's just the nature of it, unfortunately. Um, oh, someone's saying use a toothbrush to exfoliate your lips. That could work. I usually use just like a little washcloth. That's what I will use. Like after I do my skincare, I'll just do a little washcloth or like my makeup eraser. Okay. So I think for blush, I was going to go in with the Beige Eclatant from Chanel. You can see it's very well loved. How do we feel about this shade? Let me know. How do we feel about this shade? Because I also have a lot of mini blushes in here. I have the Hourglass Unreal blush in the shade Vision, but this is more of a rose. It's not like we said we wanted to keep things a little bit more cool toned. I also have the shade Hope from Rare Beauty, a little miniature of that. Let's see here. I also have Mimi from Westman Atelier, which is kind of a similar shade to the Beige Eclatant. Okay, so let's vote between these. Do we want Chanel or do we want Westman Atelier? A lot of you are saying, I love Chanel. Jess says that Chanel looks beautiful. Cheryl says Mimi. Heather says, I've been eyeing that Chanel beige shade, so I would love to see it. I own Hope and love that one. Also curious to see Mimi. Oh my goodness, there's so many here. Chanel, Chanel, Westman Atelier, Chanel. Oh, you guys are very opinionated on this one. All right, I'm gonna go with the Chanel because it's from the best of video. Oh my goodness, this sun is so annoying. I'm gonna scooch you over here. Okay, I feel like that's all right. Sorry about the sun, guys. So here is Beige Eclatant. This is the lightest shade. Uh, Sorry. Okay, I was reading what you all were saying. And welcome because I see a lot of other people have joined. Welcome to this live, by the way. Happy holidays. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're just doing a little bit of a glam look here. So I like to use a stiff brush like this. This is the BK Beauty 109. And this is supposed to be very light. It's a pretty dark shade. See, even on my finger, even swatched on my hand, see how it's just like a very light beige. So I just kind of swirl my blush in there, or my brush, not my blush. Swirl my brush into the blush. And this is what it looks like. See, it's a very light shade. A lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't show up, but it's just a super light shade. But I like the little hint of like peachy beige it gives. But I do think that going in with like a stiffer brush like this works the best. You can also just kind of like go in with your fingers here. See, going in with your fingers gives a lot more pigmentation. It's a very silky formula. And I'm going to focus this more so on like the higher parts of the cheek. Just kind of melt it there into the concealer. The other shades are a lot more pigmented than this one. But I feel like you can see it. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm open to feedback. But a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, it doesn't show up." It's just a super light shade, especially once you like blend it out. I'm gonna go back in with this little brush, the Nikki one, and I just like to blend around it. Like when it's a cream blush, I feel like it's good to just go around the edges and blend it out. Very nice. Michelle says, oh, that color is so beautiful. Amanda says, the color is pretty natural. Stephanie says, the Chanel cream to powder blushes are blurring. I would agree. They are very blurring. I like how squishy it is. It's like kind of fun to play around with. Heather says, gorgeous. My neutral pinky beige blushes are my fave. I mostly wear natural everyday looks most of the time. Yeah, of course. Of course. Monica says, do you use the same brush with darker colors? Yeah, I do. Sometimes I'll switch to, sometimes I switch to something a little bit more fluffy. I'm trying to see if I have an example here. If I have my Refer ones that I like. I think like the Refer cheek brush, is it the 3 or the 4? If it's a bolder one, I'll switch to something a little bit fluffier. Like this really packs it on. I don't know if I have a good example of that right now in my travel one. I think that the Angie Hot and Flashy one could also be good because it just covers more surface area, so it would sheer it out a little bit better. I don't have that exact one that I'm thinking of, but I think you can certainly use it. You just I wouldn't be digging in like this. I would be like, boop, just very lightly. And then you could also go like this on the back of your hand and then dab it on like that, right? Mary says, oh man, I'm getting that one next. Some of those potted cream blushes get all weird, but that one seems reasonable. Yeah, I haven't found that it gets weird. I mean, you can definitely see, I've dug into this so much, and it seems fine. It just looks like a used blush, which is good. Carry On says, I bought one of the new Chanel cream to powder blushes in Rose Radiant. I really like it. Very easy to control the intensity from light to more built up. However, I think the powder is still my fave. Rose Radiant is my second favorite shade. I guess this one is maybe my favorite because I use it the most, but it is kind of like the most basic. Miriam is asking, what is the name of the Viseart eyeshadow palette? This one is the new one. It's called Cyrenus. Hopefully I'm saying that okay. Cyrenus. I love the name. It's very fun to say. Hello, everybody. Hi, Holly. Oh, okay. Mary is recommending the new Gucci peach one for holiday. That is a very similar shade. Hello, Shoes and Makeup Girl. Oh, I'm so happy you found the channel as well. What am I going to do next? Let's do a little bit of highlighter. I brought the new palette from Chanel. And don't worry, I won't go in with all the warm tones. I think I'm just going to do a little bit of this on the tops of the cheekbones, if that's okay. Heather is asking, Sophia, not a makeup topic, but I'm just curious if your family has any special Christmas traditions. We do. I'm trying to think. I would say, we don't do a ton of presents anymore. When I was a kid, we would wake up and do the whole Santa thing and whatnot, but we don't really do that so much anymore. I always get stuff for my mom and whatnot. So that was kind of a Christmas tradition, but usually Christmas Eve is a very chill night with just me and my parents. And if my sister is around, she would join as well. And we make Polish pierogi at home, from scratch. So we'll make I will usually make the pasta dough, and then me and my family, we all roll it out together and cut it, and we just have a whole assembly line. My mom makes the filling, and then yeah, we just assemble them, and then we boil them, and then we pan fry them, and that's our dinner. And we'll usually just eat them with sour cream and maybe a little bit of a salad on the side. So we make those as our little like Christmas Eve tradition. And a lot of times, we're Christians, so we'll like read the story of Christmas and whatnot um, from the Bible. Like we'll just kind of like gather around and like read that around the fire. If we have the energy, like it depends on the year, but we'll do that. So like that's a little tradition. We don't actually end up going to church on Christmas, maybe just because like Easter is a bigger holiday for Greek people. But we will do like a little Bible reading and whatnot. And on Christmas, we do like a big party with our whole family. And usually everybody comes over this house right here. And we just have like a big dinner and we relax. And like, in recent years, now that we have more like sports fans in the family, we have like the football up on the TV, or we have Celtics up on the TV. And like some people we watching that, some people will be chatting or serving food, whatever. And yeah, it's just like a big traditional Christmas party. We don't do anything like too crazy, we just get together. This year, however, because my mom has her puppy, we're going to be doing Christmas at my family's restaurant because it's just easy to kind of like fit everybody there. So we're just, instead of having it here, we're going to do the same thing, but it'll just be at the restaurant. And we have lots of TVs, so if people want to watch the football and whatnot, it'll still be up. So, yeah, that's what we do. I'm trying to think. When I came here for Thanksgiving, usually the day after Thanksgiving, we will put the tree up. So my mom or, my sister will have tagged our tree. There's a lot of Christmas tree farms around here because we're like out in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. We're not like close to New York or really any city areas. So the tree will have been tagged. I'm bringing my mirror closer because I got to do my brows. I'm using the Victoria Beckham Baby Blade, by the way. This is in the shade. Oh, this is in dark brown. No wonder it was so dark the other day. Usually I use the medium brown, but this is fine. Um, the tree will have been tagged, and then my parents will usually go bring the tree in, and then we all kind of like throughout the day decorate the tree, put on the lights and that kind of stuff. So we do all of that like right after Thanksgiving. And then another fun thing that we try and do if we can if we can plan ahead. Usually like we're not that organized. But this year we were like usually after Thanksgiving, like that weekend, we will go to this town in New Jersey or this area of New Jersey called Cape May. So if you're from New Jersey, I'm sure you know where this is. But if you see the state of New Jersey, it's like that little tip right on the bottom. It's the southernmost tip, exit 0 on the parkway. And Cape May is a beautiful little shore town. And during Christmas time, they have it very decorated. And there's these like big, beautiful Victorian homes there, like gorgeous Victorian style homes. And they're all decorated for Christmas. And you can go take like carriage rides through the town. And there's like really cute little shops there that sell like gifts and sundries and art and fudge and saltwater taffy and all that kind of stuff. And so we usually just try and go there, walk around, and like go out to dinner. So we did that when I came home for Thanksgiving. So it's very hard to get a reservation around this time of year and then also in the summertime. So we actually planned ahead this year and we got a reservation. So that was really fun. But yeah, we don't, my family never does anything for New Year's really. Like our restaurant has New Year's things going on, but we don't really like plan anything for that. What do you guys do? And I'm gonna try and bake something for Christmas. I usually do a lot of baking, but given that this is my job now, I can't really do that on Thanksgiving because of all of the Black Friday stuff going on, and I just have too many videos to edit. So I'm really hoping that tomorrow I can bake like a pie or something, or maybe a cake. So if you have any good recipes, definitely send them to me, either here in the chat or on Instagram would be fantastic. Okay, Cheryl goes, I'm a Jersey girl. Love going to Cape May for Christmas, right? Isn't it so beautiful? Miriam says, yes, I love Cape May. So good. Heather says, tree decorating is so much fun. I agree. Family and fun are the best part of Christmas. Totally. I don't really care about the presents and stuff. I'm blowing the makeup off my computer. Georgia says, the best part of Christmas is family and food. And also, I will mention, like, we have sort of what you would think of as like traditional American Thanksgiving and Christmas food at our Christmas table. So, like, for Thanksgiving, like, we've got turkey and stuffing, and my mom is the person that makes all that stuff. But then, like, my aunts and my godfather make Greek food. So when you come over any of our holidays, we have like spanakopita, pastizio, we have lamb, we've got like all kinds of Greek Greek stuff. We have like artichokes and peas and just like all the traditional things, like all kinds of like pitas and whatnot. I also did make some Greek Christmas cookies before I left, but I have to like put the powdered sugar on them today. Mary says pierogi sounds so fun. I need more Greek friends. Well, pierogi is Polish. My mom's father. My mom is not Greek, by the way. My dad is from Greece. My mom's father, he is like Irish and Polish, and he grew up. He was basically raised mostly by his Polish grandmother, and so he grew up eating all of these like home cooked Polish meals. So when he married my grandmother, who is German, she kind of like learned how to make all of the food that he liked. So that's kind of where that came from. And one day my mom was like, "Oh, my mom's a really good cook." She was like, let's make this. It'll be fun. I don't know. She was feeling adventurous. And then ever since then, that's what we do. And we joke around like every year we get better at it. And like looking back at the pierogi that we made 10 years ago, it wasn't really that good, but now they're actually bombed. Heather says, my mom just found her mother's old recipe for Norwegian scones, and we made them together last night. She told me she cried when she finally found the recipe. It's tough losing part of the family, but nice to keep the traditions going. Yes, totally. Like last Christmas was the last Christmas that we had with my grandmother, and I think I finally got to the point where like my pastries are like just as good as hers after practicing making them for so many years. So it's definitely tough not having her here this year, but it's like I'm glad I was able to spend the time to learn how to make that stuff when I could. And so, yeah, her recipe lives on. Heather says, that sounds so special. I just love hearing about different families' traditions. I love cooking with my family. Yeah, do you guys sorry, I'm reading all these. Do you guys have any family traditions? Karen says, by Sophia's videos, they have great food. Well, thank you. I'm assuming you mean like my Instagram stories that I post. I always post like all the food stuff. I post whatever I want to my Instagram stories. I'm always like taking you guys through what's in my house. So, so yeah, those are some of the things that we do. Chris says, yummy. Your holiday culinary delights are dreamy. Ah. Petra says, would you like traditional recipes or more modern ones? Honestly, any. Honestly, any. And I like a good challenge when it comes to baking. I do. Okay, what do I need to do next? I need to do, I think, my lower lash line. So I'm going to use, I have right here the Refer number 23. This is the little like bitty one. This is a really good one to use if you have trouble with the smoky eye, with getting it precise, with, clean application. I highly recommend this brush because look how tiny it is. I don't have another one like this. So I'm going to go into, I think, this one right here, just a little bit, just a teeny bit. And I'm going to finish up this lower lash line here. Oh, thank you, Petra. You're gonna send me some recipes. Michelle says, "My husband's family is Swedish, so we make Swedish meatballs with lingonberries, mashed potatoes, and salmon with rye bread and herb butter." Oh my gosh, don't make me hungry. On Christmas Day, we have prime rib and other things. Oh my gosh, that is so good. Mary says, "My father and I make pies for Thanksgiving, so we make a really good key lime pie if you can get them in season with a ginger cookie crust." Oh my gosh, so good. Angie says, "My husband smokes a turkey." That sounds so good. I love a good smoked turkey leg, especially at the fair. That's like my thing. Does anybody love a good turkey leg? If you go to like a state fair or something like that. I had one at the Texas State Fair this year. So delish. So delicious. We had a beef tenderloin, Caitlin says. Ooh, yes. Smoked turkey is the best. That's what we do. I would love to hear from some of the more international people here. If you're in like Australia or Europe or something, what do you eat? I would love to know. Chris says, "Do you have a Christmas outfit picked out? What colors? I always love your sweaters." To be honest, it will probably be this. It will probably be this. But I did we are going to the restaurant, so maybe I'll dress up a little bit because I'm going to be leaving my house. I also have another sweater vest, like a vintage sweater vest. Maybe I'll wear that with like a nicer shirt. Or I do have a really beautiful red tweed blazer or like a Chanel style jacket from Goelia. That's really beautiful. So I'm probably, if I decide to dress up a little bit, I'll wear the Goelia jacket. But if I don't, I'm probably just gonna wear something like this. We don't really like dress up all that much. We try and just like keep it casual so nobody feels like they need to be fancy. But honestly, like if somebody wants to dress up, we're just like, go for it. You know what I mean? Karen says we do a huge crab boil on Christmas Eve. Ooh, wow. Oh, Stephanie, in my Filipino household, we usually have a whole pig roast. That's something I've noticed about Filipinos. Like, you guys love your pig roasts. That sounds so good. That's so good. Um, Greek girl Vivi says, does your fam have a Greek Polish restaurant? It is a Greek it's a Greek restaurant, but I would say it's a little bit more like of like a Greek, a little bit of a Italian, like New Jersey Italian influence as well, because that's who lives here. That is the clientele. Like we're at like the Jersey Shore. The restaurant is down the shore. And so we have a lot of Italian Americans. So it's a lot of like Greek food with a little bit of like an Italian flair, if that makes sense. Do we want to add a little bit of this shade right here on in the center maybe? What do you guys think? This has been so fun. Ooh, you said Georgia says from Ireland, so we have at least 3 types of potatoes for Christmas Day dinner. Oh, yes. You gotta have the potatoes in Ireland. Absolutely. That sounds so good. That sounds amazing. Everyone's saying yes, do the sparkle shade. Okay, so where's my Angie Hot and Flashy shimmer brush? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Oh, this has been nice and relaxing. Thank you guys for coming to this. If there's any other types of looks you want me to do in future ones, just let me know. I like this because it's not covering up what I did. It's just adding a little bit more sparkle to it. That's nice. Has this been helpful? Like, have these tips been helpful at all, I hope? Just watching kind of how I do it and how I clean it up and some of the brushes that I'm using to do it. Hopefully, it's been a little bit helpful. If not, it's just entertaining, and that's good too. I really like how this looked out, especially because I'm doing my makeup like half in this tiny mirror, half in the camera. I think it's looking pretty nice, but you let me know what you think. Maybe I will do a little bit of the black shadow along the lash line. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. And I know I've got my, I'm pretty sure I've got my Nikki lash brush, but maybe I don't. Maybe that was the one brush I was supposed to put back in here, and then I didn't put back in here. So I'm going to have to use the Refer number 23 again because it's so small. Okay, good. Karen says, it's been fun and helpful. Amanda says, I would like to see a Dior holiday palette get ready with me. Okay. Nadine says, can you try a French girl look? Oh, I like these ideas. Mary says, thanks, Sophia. So fun. Makeup is life, you know. Yes, indeed. Cheryl says, yes is always the right answer to do we want sparkle? Oh, sounds so good. Oh, hello from Thailand. Love you too. Thank you for watching. Yes. Chris says, having fun seeing what you brought with you. Dylan says, have I tried Vive? No, I have not tried Vive. Did somebody mention that to me the other day? Who mentioned that? Maybe it was Holly? Somebody was telling me about Vive. What do I need to try? Tell me. Tell me what I need to try. I'm trying not to get any fallout right now. I'm just adding this here to like kind of where I would put a liner. I did do a pencil liner on Saturday when I did this look. But you know, if you don't want a liner, you can just do what I'm doing here with the shadow and a little brush. See the difference there? It's subtle, but it's there. And you can also wet this brush if you wanted to. But tapping it is really much key because it is the black shade. You want to be careful. But it doesn't need to be scary. I like what it did there. I liked it. Okay, so I love Vive. The blush is beautiful. The skincare cosmetics are quite modern. Ew. Okay, I'm being told the foundation, the 90s palette. Let me look this up. Hold on. 90s. Vive 9Ts. Oh, I see why you all like it. It's cool toned. That is beautiful. Hold on, let me share my screen. That's pretty. Oh, there's cats on it. Where's the packaging? There we go. That's cute. That's a really beautiful palette. Should I get it? Looks like a nice brand. Yeah. These colors look, you know, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but the colors look very old school. They look like what was maybe popular when I was more in like middle school, high school. I felt like everything was very cool tone back then. Maybe that's just me. I was shopping at like the drugstore. Didn't have any money. Um, that's funny. What are you all saying? One second. Yeah, you would rock that palette, Sophia. Or Rick that palette. You meant rock that palette. Mary says they are the perfect light satin finishes. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, everybody knows about this palette other than me. What the heck? Have you all been holding out on me? Have I been following the wrong accounts where I don't know this news? Who's been talking about this so I can follow them? See where I applied the black? I like that we used both of the palettes. This was very fun for me. A little bit right there. I wish I could play some Christmas music in the background, but then, like YouTube will like strike me or something like that. DMAX says, what is the best bronzer to get for fair skin? I have a whole video called Best Bronzers for Fair Skin, so I won't go into depth with that. But the one that I use today is the one from RMS, the Beach Walk Betty. Michelle says, I had never seen this, meaning the 90s palette, I think. It's very 90s. I love it. Yes, I think that's a perfect way to describe it. It does feel very 90s. Stephanie says, I like the UK makeup artists. Which ones? Oh, Heather says, the Phytosurgeon's lighter shades are lovely and Surratt. I agree. I agree. All right, where is my... We're going to go in with some mascara, and then we will finish it up with lips. I think my camera's little like AI thing is enabled. I don't know how, because it's following my face around. I did not turn that on. I'm going to do a little bit. This is hard on camera. I just like to do a couple pumps at the base there. I didn't bring my lashes with me. That was one thing I forgot. But you know what? I don't think that you need to have lashes to look glam. I didn't do lashes for my party the other day because I forgot them. Put my camera down a little. Go back down. Go back down. There you go. Thank you. Stephanie says, Jamie Genevieve, Katie Jane Hughes, and Hannah Martin. Michelle says, Surratt is a brand I've been sleeping on. It is so beautiful. I love their eyeshadows. Yes, so good. Same. That's their eyeshadows, the little prismatic eyes. Did I bring one of those? No, I didn't bring one of those this time. Those are really good if you want to do something like this, but you only want to do 2 shadows. I feel like it's good for that. By the way, right here I have the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Mascara. This one is really good if you want to get some length and volume and if you want a lot of longevity. It is basically a tubing mascara, but a lot of the tubing mascaras, they give a lot of length, but they don't give a lot of volume. This one I've been using for years, and I think it gives a lot of both length and volume, and it's one of the longest lasting mascaras that I have. My mom likes this one a lot as well. See? I feel like this one works really well. Hold on, let me take this down. Stephanie says, that is a great mascara. Karen says, I'm excited to see what Surratt has coming in 2025. Same. Same. Bye, Caitlin. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Amanda says, I want to try the Dior bronzer in shade 1 as well. Dior has some good bronzers. The Dior bronzers are very subtle. So if you want something that's very light, that might be a good one to check out. They are not like crazy pigmented, but you do have to watch out because some of the shades are a little bit warm, a little bit too warm for me. I think it's I can't remember, either the shade 1 or 2 that works well for me. I get confused by the names sometimes. Doing mascara on camera is always a little bit tricky. Hold on one second, because my little camera here has decided that it's going to move all over the place. You know when you buy things that have these like fancy features and you're like, wow. Let's see here. Standard tracking. You're like, oh yeah, let me get that state of the art. And then it has all these things. And you're like, no, I really just wanted it to be simple and do the thing that I got it for. And then it's like, oh, AI tracking. You're like, no, I don't need AI tracking right now. That always happens to me. Another thing you can do if you wanna keep the look a little bit more open is you can keep the mascara more towards the top of the lash, like that, not do the bottom lashes. Or a lot of times what I do is I'll do the bottom lash, but I just do it right here on the outside. I don't really go any further than that. And 2 coats with this mascara is pretty good for me. Maybe a little bit on this side. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right. Amanda says, I enjoy subtle bronzers as well. Stephanie is recommending the Sarah Creole mascara. What's it like? Is it a tubing mascara? I would love to know. Chris says that mascara is Charlotte Holcroft's favorite too. Which one? The Hourglass? Does she like this one as well? I know she loves to do mascara reviews. Karen says, that's how I wear my mascara too. I have smaller eyes and it looks the best. Yeah, yesterday I had to wake up after being, I wasn't out super late in New York, but I had to get up at like 7:30 to finish editing my video. And then I had to go to a Secret Santa brunch. And I did very light makeup with just this Chanel palette. And I just did that mascara on the top lashes. And it just created a really nice open look. Oh, bye, Shoes and Makeup Girl. Thank you for joining. That's okay. We're wrapping up soon anyway. Oh, Chris says the Hourglass is what Charlotte likes to use. I didn't realize that. Michelle says, I like to take the end of the wand and focus it on the end of my 2 lashes. It almost gives a cat eye look without the eyeliner. Yes, exactly. That's a really good trick. That's a really good trick. All right, let me do some lips to finish up this look. I don't know how to turn the tracking off the camera right now. I don't even know how it turned on, but that's okay. Let's see if it moves. Oh, so fun, so fun. Might as well just play around with it. Okay, so for my lips, I figured we do just like a nude lip. Okay, so I brought my 2 nude Makeup by Mario lipsticks. And so I have Bronx Baby and Dumbo. Let me do, my hands are a little dirty now, but this one is Bronx Baby. And then Dumbo, I believe, is a little browner, a little darker. They're honestly so similar. Don't laugh at me. All right, so Bronx Baby and Dumbo. I'm thinking Bronx Baby. Let me know. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to film any more videos here in my mom's house. It's always a little bit of a project here. Bronx Baby. Bronx Baby, Bronx Baby. Nydia says, I bought Dumbo and Nolita and I can't tell the difference. I don't have the Nolita one. Stephanie says, haha, those are the 2 shades I have. Yes, I have a whole bunch of them now. I'm going to do a little bit of lip liner. I just have right here the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So I'm going to do a little bit of liner here. Just as like a bit of a base. I think that looks good. I don't need a liner with these, but I think it helps. Just makes it a little bit neater. So here is Bronx Baby. I love the vanilla scent. Do you guys like scents in your lipsticks? Because some of them have that sort of violet rose scent, like powdery. And then some of them have this sort of classic, like the MAC lipsticks. It has that slight vanilla scent. I like the vanilla scent. I'm not going to lie. Heather says, Sophia, you look adorable. Thank you, Heather. Mary says, I love vanilla like the MAC. I love it too. It's my fave. Mm. Now this weekend I have this YSL candy glaze and I did that with a lip liner, but that one's in my purse right now. So figured we'd do something that was a little bit more pigmented. Stephanie says only gourmand on the lips. Amanda says vanilla always reminds me of MAC. Yeah, I know, right? Michelle says I like vanilla more than the powder. Yes. Did I forget anything? What do you guys think of this look? Let me take this off so you can see. I didn't really do my hair. I just kept it straight, but we'll zhuzh it up a little bit so it looks a little more glam. I tried to use a photo in the thumbnail, by the way, that was similar to what I thought we would create today. So hopefully this met your expectations. What do we think? I'll get a little closer. My camera wants to, let's see if it'll follow me. Thank you guys. Sheila says, finished look is gorgeous as usual. Thank you so much. Stephanie says, very pretty. Amanda says, I remember when Too Faced released a lot of gourmand makeup. I remember that too. Nadine says, I love this look. Mary says, I can't get over how pretty that Visi art is on you. It's so good, right? It's a really nice palette. I love it. It's a really, really good palette. I'm glad it's from Visi Art too, because I love their brand in general. Petra says, love the look. Amanda says, love the look. Mary says, it's gorgeous, just the right amount of glitz, but classy. Oh, thank you, Catherine. She says, I think the hair looks beautiful. Thank you. I didn't want to curl it all the way because I was like, I'm just going to wear the headband most of the time. Yes, Daria says, inspired for a New Year's Eve look. Yes, this could definitely, this is like a cool tone Christmas or New Year's type of look. If you want a New Year's get ready with me, just let me know. And I can maybe do something with more glitz, or we could do a different, color story, something like that. Maybe we could vote on Instagram or a community post or something. Oh, thank you, CLJ. That's very nice of you. Please don't forget to give this live a thumbs up, by the way. Just do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. If you're watching on the replay, I appreciate you. I hope this was relaxing for you. Give it a thumbs up. Chris says, gorgeous, perfection. Yes to New Year's Eve. I want to glam it up at home. So if I did something that was like a New Year's look, should I do it on the day before New Year's Eve, on New Year's Eve? Do you guys have New Year's Eve off? Like, would we want it during the day? What works the best? I would love to know so that I could plan ahead and let you all and make sure that you all can join. Catherine says, did you, Andrea Ollie's food proof lips for Christmas? What is that? Is it a new video I need to check out that she posted? Some people are saying before New Year's Eve, on New Year's, the day before. Okay, so maybe the day before, which I think is a Monday. We could do it just like today, like day before Christmas Eve. The day before New Year's Eve. Stephanie goes, I'm free. I'm free. So Chris says, can you open super thanks on lives? We can buy you champagne. I thought it was open. You should be able to send super thanks in the lives. Is it not available there? I'll open it up if you want me to. Let me know. Let me know. Day before. Okay. So maybe I will plan for that as long as I should be back. I should be back by then. I should be back. So maybe we'll do that next time. Yay. All right, guys. So this is the final look. I'll have to take a photo and post it to Instagram just so that you can maybe see it in like a better light and not on my live stream camera. But yeah, this is awesome. If you haven't yet, I would appreciate just a thumbs up. If you are, oh, Heather says, I don't see where to give a super thanks. Oh, I will check into that, guys. And then maybe next time I do a live, I'll let you know where you can do that if you want to. Of course, there's never any pressure to give a super thanks or whatever, but I do appreciate it. Um, oh, your nails make it all come together. Thank you. I don't know if you can see, but they are like sparkly at the tips. So anyway, thank you guys. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays or happy day off if you are just, at home relaxing. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you on the next live. Hopefully, we'll do some sort of like New Year's Eve look and I'll be back in my usual studio. So it'll be a little bit easier for me. But I really appreciate you. Oh, Heather found the super thanks. Thank you, Heather. That's really sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So just leave me a comment down below if you're watching this on the replay. Let me know what kind of New Year's Eve look you would like. Let me know if there's anything you want me to focus on so that I can maybe help you out with your looks and your techniques. Anything, any way I can be helpful, because this is a really great way to just be a little bit chattier, answer your questions, and help with more like techniques instead of, always having it be about certain like product reviews. So just let me know, and I'd be happy to do that. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining this live. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye. You guys are awesome. Bye.